Driscoll strawberries, only $4.99 for 1 pound package, saving $2. Fresh ground beef family pack, just $2.99 per pound, saving $1. Hot price on old time butter bread, only $4.99 for a 22-ounce loaf. Select varieties of Kool-Aid drink mix, just $5.39 for a 20-ounce tub. Keto diet approved Epic pork rinds, only $4.99 for a 2.5-ounce bag, saving $1. All stores open Monday through Saturday until 10 p.m. and Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
You're watching Bermuda Tonight. It's Wednesday, June the 26th. I'm Jasmine Patterson, and thanks for joining us. Leave our school the way it is. That's the message from parents and students of the Paget Primary School after they received word from the Ministry of Education that the school will be consolidated to single stream, with one teacher having to be transferred. And as Gary Moreno found out, despite a protest against the move outside of the Ministry of Education offices this morning, the ministry remains steadfast in its decision.
When I say Paget, you say primary! Paget! Paget!
They were actually meant to be at their end-of-term beach party, but before heading down to Clearwater this morning, these students, along with their parents and teachers, opted to let the Ministry of Education know just how they felt about the decision. A decision the parents say is not in the best interests of their children.
The ministry came down last Friday, told the principal that she needed to provide 2 names of teachers who would be moving on to other roles. This is clearly after the May 31st deadline, and the rationale was that there were some enrollment concerns that they needed to make 2-stream school into 1 stream in several classes, P1, P4, and P6. That's really unacceptable to us as parents who have come to know Paget Primary as a P2 stream school. We've had difficulty in getting our children in elsewhere because of numbers. The ministry is not being transparent in this very last-minute decision.
A petition highlighting their dissatisfaction was taken to the ministry's offices, with the Minister of Education hosting a press conference to clear the air on what the situation is. According to him, the parents may not have been given the true picture by the school's teachers.
After speaking with the parents and principal this morning, it is unfortunate that the narrative of teachers possibly losing their employment was driven by some of the teachers themselves. I can state that there will be no loss of employment by the one teacher from Paget Primary that will be reassigned in our school system.
Elsewhere, the minister asserts there is nothing new or unusual with the decision that's been taken on Paget Primary.
Every year, the Department of Education reviews enrollment and allocations of teacher resources and makes adjustments in the best interest of our students. This includes the routine reassignment of teachers within the system. Keeping with that practice, Paget Primary, as well as several other schools, were identified as schools that needed a review of staff allocation. This process was discussed with principals approximately 6 weeks ago, and I've been assured by the principal of Paget Primary that she had discussed the potential reassignments with potentially affected teachers as well.
Minister Rabin suggested there might have been some mischief involved.
This unfortunately erroneous narrative was one that was perpetuated by the teachers themselves. The P1 class was always going to be 1 stream because there are only 17 students within that had enrolled in the school in this year, and that's been known for some time now. And the P4 class is being reduced to one teacher because we have, as I said, 22 students.
And P6?
And P6, after we looked at the situation at Paget Primary, and it already had been decided before this morning that we were not going to remove the second teacher for P6. That was going to remain as is, and that is in a response for looking at what was needed within the classroom and the dynamic of the students that were there already.
Of significance, the parents contend, is the increased class sizes, which will result from the consolidation and transfer and the continued lack of support services at the school.
The ratio of teachers to students from P4 through P5 is 25, and from P1 to P3 is 18. That is a standard that has been in place since time immemorial. In terms of the added support, the conversation we had today with the principal is that she is going to make the application as done by all principals of what added support that she feels is needed at the school, and it will be evaluated and addressed at the time the application is made.
Despite the protests and concerns expressed, the minister says the decision on Paget Primary stands and added that due to low enrollment numbers, other schools are also being looked at for possible reduction in the number of streams and teachers having to be reassigned. Gary Moreno, reporting for the Bermuda Broadcasting News.
But not so fast, says the Bermuda Union of Teachers in response to the Paget primary situation. The BUT General Secretary Michael Charles making it clear the minister got his facts wrong on teacher transfers, and it now appears the union and the ministry could be headed for yet another fight.
Well, Gary, from what I understand, the parents were the one who took the action because they were dissatisfied with the comments from the ministry or the decisions from the ministry to increase class sizes. The teachers wrote a very comprehensive letter to the ministry explaining why the school should remain the way it is because of the serious behavior problems that they experience at the school. They are the experts, they are the educators, they are the people on the ground, and they have a good idea of what is best for their school. There is one thing I want to clear up, however, Gary, is that the minister made a statement concerning involuntary transfers. I think he mentioned that the letters that were sent out on May 31st is to inform teachers that they are going to have a job for next year. Unfortunately, that goes completely against our collective agreement. I think the minister should check it before he makes public statements. Our collective agreement states clearly that involuntary transfers must be completed by May 31st. So at this point in time, any involuntary transfer at all, we consider it a breach of our collective agreement, and we will take action on that.
Care to say what form that action might take?
Well, we have to follow the procedures. It's a breach of the agreement, and then we will file whatever necessary actions we have to do with the Labor Relations Office. The same thing we do when other breaches of the agreement is done, if they want to follow through with the involuntary transfers.
The minister has made it clear that the transfers will in fact go through.
Well, we will see.
Our Gary Moreno speaking there with BUT General Secretary Mike Charles. We'll have more for you after this short break, including all the latest weather news. Stay with us.
.4K ready box, cloud DVR storage, more local channels on every device in your home. Get more with FiberWire TV.
You can count on us.
Great for grilling. Purdue Fresh Value Pack chicken thighs or drumsticks, only $1.99 per pound. Red and white seedless grapes, just $3.99 per pound, saving you $2. Lactate ice cream, hot price, just $4.99 for a 1-quart tub. Save $1.21 on select varieties of Eggo waffles, only $8.99 for a 29.6-ounce box. Save $2 on bird's eye corn on the cob, only $5.09 for a package of 12. Visit our website at www.marketplace.bm for more weekly specials.
Count on us.
Every home tells a story. Your story is all yours.
Big kid, too cool. I make my own rules.
Wherever you live, whatever your style, express yourself.
My style says what's up. Don't wanna ever grow up.
So many styles to help tell your story and create your unique dream home.
We're gonna stand out, break away from the crowd.
Start shopping for furniture at U.S. prices today. Lifestyle Furniture is Bermuda's newest furniture store and is proud to be the home of the #1 furniture company in the world, Ashley Furniture. Visit lifestylefurniture.bm or stop by our showrooms today. Lifestyle Furniture, this is home.
Thanks for staying with us. We are here to protect all people regardless of their race or identity. That's the message from the Police Commissioner Stephen Corbishley, who tonight is defending the police service's support of the upcoming Gay Pride Parade. Critics last night took to Facebook to question the service's statement of support and the commissioner's announcement that he will be present for the August 31st event. Troy Trott sat down with the top cop today.
As the police service, we're there to protect people, ensure that they're free from discrimination, and that when they call upon our services, we're there to protect them.
Police Commissioner Stephen Corbishley has no second thoughts of the police service's public backing of the island's first ever Gay Pride Parade. The BPS announced last week that it was in contact with the LGBT rights group Out Bermuda to demonstrate its support for all diverse communities and to celebrate their identities.
The event was announced, and of course we will have an interest in policing terms to support any parade or any event. But the greater interest was actually to demonstrate some leadership on behalf of the BPS to the agenda of LGBTQ communities and some of the challenges that they face.
Commissioner Corbishley drew some less than positive reactions on Facebook when he announced this week that he will be present at the August 31st event.
Well, I'm the police commissioner. I'm not a politician, and my interest is around delivering police services. And indeed, I go to many community events. We have an independent advisory group that represents many aspects of our diverse communities across Bermuda. I mean, my decision to go to the Pride Parade is to engage with people, to find out more about how we can improve our services, listen to some of the views that are expressed and respond accordingly.
Police announced last week that they are aware of posts to social media that contain threats of violence and will be taking the appropriate action. We highlighted some of them on our newscast Tuesday night. Here's his reaction.
Well, we take any act of hatred, whether it be racial hatred, and in this case homophobic hatred, very, very seriously. We take it seriously on a number of levels. One is obviously against a specific victim or against a collective community, and it's important that we address it.
The support of the police service of the upcoming Pride Parade has been welcomed by the LGBT community, especially prominent activist and performer Mark Anderson.
Now, the popular local LGBT activist and female impersonator Mark Anderson has declared that his national hero for 2019 is you, for your support of the LGBT community. How does that make you feel?
Well, it's the first I've heard of it, and I'm gracious to the comment. But I have a job to do as Commissioner, and my job is to make the BPS a world-class police service, and we're on a journey at the moment to do so.
Tarai Trott reporting. And reports of threats of violence against gay people on social media have caught the attention of the One Bermuda Alliance. Opposition Senator Dwayne Robinson, speaking on behalf of the party tonight, weighing in. He calls on the public to help the police track down the offenders. The senator says, quote, regardless of how you feel, it is not acceptable to make threats like this. He states members of the LGBTQ community should be free to express themselves without having to face that kind of hostility. It reflects badly on us as people that we cannot be tolerant of others, end quote. Senator Robinson is also calling on the Progressive Labour Party government, which has so far remained silent on the matter, to also condemn threats against gays. Now, summer has certainly arrived. Let's see what sort of conditions we can expect into the rest of the week. Here's the AccuWeather forecast with the latest.
AccuWeather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to AccuWeather headquarters.
The BF&M Insurance Group is pleased to bring you tonight's AccuWeather forecast. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brittany Boyer, and hopefully you've had a great day today. I know we've had a couple of shower opportunities here and there, and that looks to be the case at least through Friday, but so far so good as far as the weekend is concerned. Right now the weekend is looking good, but as we look at things a little bit close to home here, as I've mentioned, we've had a few showers in the vicinity, and that's also going to be the case here into Thursday and Friday, but it's not going to be an all-day rain event. It's not going to be a washout. You can still get outside and get things done. As we look at some of the current temperatures right now, we are sitting in the upper 70s, so nice and comfortable temperature-wise. The humidity, it's up there a little bit, but it's late June, almost July now. Humidity's at 85% with winds coming in out of the south between 5 to 10 knots. The water temperature, pretty comfortable at 82 degrees. And you'll notice we're not dealing with too many issues as far as marine conditions are concerned. Waves inside the reef right around 1 foot, so pretty calm there. And outside of the reef between 2 and 3 feet. So as I always like to tell you, if we have any kind of marine alerts, usually put it up here. We don't have any marine alerts today from the Bermuda Weather Service. So if you're going out on the boat, maybe you're going to the beach tomorrow, you should be in pretty good shape as far as the water conditions are concerned. but you might be dodging a couple of showers out there. And speaking of showers, as we look back at some of the latest stats from this month, again, we're closing out the month of June here. We've had over 4 inches of rain this month, and you can see compared to normal for the year, we're closing in on 30 inches of rain, so we're actually above normal as far as precipitation is concerned, at least for right now. We'll have to see how July goes here on the island. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy, a shower in spots, a low of 75 degrees. And again, the next day or two, showers will be hit and miss. You can still get outside and enjoy things, especially if you're here for vacation right now. Temperatures tomorrow in the low 80s. If you're doing any more traveling or you want to know what's going on elsewhere, this is the Caribbean Outlook. You can see that we do have some showers and thunderstorms impacting locations like Jamaica, also Trinidad, with temps in the low 90s right now. And maybe you're going to a few other destinations. Here's tomorrow's forecast for some locations like Toronto, 85 and sunny, nice and warm in New York City. Boston also pretty comfortable with highs right around 75 degrees. And we have plenty of heat into the southeast, Atlanta and Miami. And a nice and sunny day in London tomorrow with highs in the low 70s. Here's a look at your extended forecast. As I mentioned, really Thursday into Friday, that's where we could see a couple of spotty showers, looking more hit or miss on Friday. And then the weekend at this point is looking gorgeous. Hopefully, if you have outdoor plans, you can enjoy them. Highs are going to be in the low 80s with a fair amount of sunshine. And as far as our next chance for some wet weather, you'll notice early next week by Monday, there could be a disturbance that brings a few showers.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
This summer I was in Germany on holiday with my family, and on a whim one day my son and I joined a speed sliding competition. And as I came down the water slide, I went straight down in the pool and whacked my left foot on the bottom of the pool. And I looked down and I didn't see a foot. I just saw the bones sticking out and I started to feel faint. I was ambulanced to a hospital where I stayed for 11 days and had surgery. I had snapped all the ligaments on both sides of my ankle. And in the middle of all this stress and pain, we thought, how are we going to deal with health insurance? How will we pay for this? And I got a response from Allison at BF&M, and she said, your admission and surgery will be covered at 100%. I didn't have to put it on a credit card and deal with a reimbursement later. It made such a big difference to us. And for me, the BF&M difference is stress-free insurance when I really needed it.
Why is the government only now trying to establish how many mixed-status families there are in Bermuda? That question today posed by the Shadow Home Affairs Minister Sylvan Richards. The OBA MP in a statement writes that he is extremely uncomfortable with these families being asked to line up at a gym in order to be counted as the minister is asking them to do. He adds that he believes this is distasteful, as they should be treated in such a demeaning way. He also criticized the government for not yet collating these numbers properly. Mr. Richards adds, quote, "In my opinion, that in itself speaks to a lack of sincerity about getting this issue sorted, let alone actually tabling legislation that the minister promised would be tabled in July, which begins on Monday." And still to come, Earl Basin will have all the latest sports news in just a few.
Box, cloud DVR storage, more local channels on every device in your home. Get more with FiberWire TV.
Guys, come on! Guys! Hey, guys! Oh my God!
Turning to sports, Earl Baisden brings us the very latest from the sports desk.
Following Bermuda's 2-0 win over Nicaragua in their third and final CONCACAF Gold Cup group match, national coach Kyle Leiphorn had this message for players back in Bermuda.
My message to them is that they have to keep working hard. Injuries occur. I think everyone on the trip done themselves proud. So right now they have the shirt, but anyone falls below the standards, then we have to look at possibly making changes. I think a position that we can look at is another right-sided center half. In that position, we have to possibly mold a couple players that can, if Dante goes down, we would have had to put either Roger Lee there or Liam Evans, who they're both, I would say Roger's more a midfielder, but Liam is a young player. And that's one area. And maybe another goalkeeper that we could boost to the squad. So it's room for improvement, and that's what we want to do for the next couple of weeks. We take a break, and then we get ready for the Nations League.
Daniel Phillips began competing once again on the Rafa Nadal Tour, this time taking to the court in Alicante. Phillips is ranked second in the boys under-14 division, and in his opening match, he would defeat Yu Diao, a qualifier, in straight sets, 6-3, 6-3. Four Bermuda sailors began competing in the 2019 Optimus European Championships in France. Paget Rodriguez, Amelia Lewis, Rachel Betchart, and Ava Rossa are flying the Bermuda flag during the event. In the boys division that has 176 sailors, Rodriguez is 147th after 2 races sailed. Rodriguez finished the first race in 46th and then the second in 44th for his 90 points. With 117 girls on the water, Lewis is leading the Bermuda fleet with 66 points. This after finishes of 32nd and 34th. Betchart is in 103rd with 105 points. Rossa is 109th with 109 points. A century partnership between David Wise and Dowry Rollins, who also recorded a career-best first-class bowling figures earlier in the day, led a thrilling Sussex counter-attack on day 2 of their Specsavers County Championship match against Durham. Durham resumed their inning on 259 for 5. They batted another 33.1 overs, scoring another 123 runs before being bowled out for 384. Rollins finished with figures of 6 overs, 1 maiden, 3 for 19. In reply, at the close of play, Sussex had reached 231 for 9 after 70 overs. Rollins is at the wicket on 56 not out. He shared a 109-run, 8-wicket partnership with Wise, who was out for 56. They took the score from 110 for 7 to 219 for 8. The Central American and Caribbean Amateur Swimming Confederation's 2019 Swimming Championships will take place this coming Friday through to July 2nd in Barbados, with national coach Ben Smith looking forward to the challenge ahead for the Bermuda swimmers.
We are really proud of the amount of swimmers that were able to hit the qualifying time this year. But in looking at the site sheets for the event, we know that it's going to be a challenge for us to get into finals and hopefully then be able to turn some of those finals into medals if possible. There's 28 countries within our region, and there's a couple of invited teams that are also going to be participating. But this particular year, the likes of Mexico, they're going to show up with a really strong team, which is going to mean that we will have to be at our very best, which is always what coaches are looking for. We want to make sure that we have an opportunity for our athletes to perform at their best when they're against the best competition.
The Bermuda Rugby Football Union announced that senior referee and referee coach John Whale has been selected by Rugby's America's North, which make up RAN, for the upcoming regional men's under-19s and women's 10s rugby tournaments, which will take place in Barbados July 18th through to the 21st. Wheel will serve as the head referee and referee manager. This will be the fourth time in the past 5 years that Wheel has been in charge of a match officiating at these tournaments. In addition, Niso Moya, who has refereed in Bermuda for the past 3 years, has also been selected by RAN as one of the match officials for the Barbados-based tournament. After a few nights of rain cancellations, the Bermuda Netball Association Summer League season resumed at Bernard Park. The Phoenix Flames got by the rain 25-15. Ebony Cox led the Phoenix Flames to victory with 22 goals, while Jasmine Renfro scored 9 goals for rain. In the other match, the Extreme Sports Scholars defeated the BUT Teachers 27-20. I'm Earl Baisden with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
Sears is Bermuda's largest home appliance store with over 200 appliances in our showroom. We have refrigerators and freezers, gas ovens and electric ranges, washers and dryers. Sears has a wide selection of craftsman's tools and accessories. Beautify your home with our lawn and garden tools. We have everything you need for outdoor entertaining. Located at 41 Victoria Street, Sears is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sears, reliable delivery, quality service, and everyday low prices.
Dr. Cato found out that I have a tumor in my liver, and he told me that I have to go through a surgery. People near 80, they don't want to go through this kind of operation. It's a small operation. Somebody suggests just take medicine or chemotherapy or even radiation treatment. But, Dr. Cato said that if I didn't go through surgery, maybe I cannot live more than 1 year. And after 5 years, Dr. Cato said I'm cancer-free. So I said that I can live longer. So I quit my job to try to enjoy my life.
When it's happening now, you can't beat the immediacy of radio.
Chance to hear the thoughts of acclaimed author.
No matter where you are.
I'm Darlene Livingston with Bermuda Broadcasting News.
When events are spectacular, television is by far the best media platform.
Why now this particular topic?
For sports action, well, need we say more? Broadcast reporters put elected officials on the spot, keeping them honest and accountable to voters. And they can explain things in ways we all understand.
Climbs up to 12.5%.
Broadcast news is important. We're your eyes and ears on the ground. I'm Jasmine Patterson, and thanks for joining us tonight. In good times and bad. Radio's your constant companion.
On the big station, Power 95.
And TV news is the news.
Based on what you're seeing.
And Bermuda Broadcasting is your station.
We are the voices.
You are with the captain.
It's Mr. Midday.
12 new major news.
The big station.
The morning show.
The number one song.
The Faces.
You're watching Bermuda Tonight.
This is exactly what you're talking about.
What an upset it was.
The Storytellers.
They are actually using the pepper spray.
Police are aware of this theory.
The water is 3,500 meters deep.
The tax climbs up to 12.5%.
The window on our community.
We bring you the best in U.S. television entertainment.
And the greatest sporting events in the world.
A brilliant performance from Duffy.
We are the island's only Bermudian-owned broadcaster of both television and radio.
With the only TV channels that are available over the air in beautiful high definition, completely free.
We are always expanding.
We are always innovating.
And most important, we're always your station.
This is Bermuda Broadcasting.
And that's all from us here on Bermuda Tonight. I'm Jasmine Patterson. Thanks for tuning in. Good night.
Jasmine Patterson's wardrobe and makeup is provided by Gibbons Company.